perfect touch for turkey.
Well, I've already had some of mine.
You can have some more.
Alright.
Very good.
Mm-hmm. My compliments to the chef.
Plural.
We're lucky.
Yeah.
We promised to, yeah.
Delicious.
Cornbread is just like a cake.
How do you get it so moist?
Well, that's Mrs. Marie Calendar.
Oh, calendars?
Yeah.
What? Usually it's so dry.
What?
Yeah, hers is good.
Some cornbread.
You had cornbread?
Oh, it's underneath that towel, babe, there's lots. You got the butter right next to you. Isn't that heaven?
Yeah.
I'm just taking my share.
There's also garlic bread too. You like that, don't you?
I like it, but not with turkey. Love it.
Nice and crunchy.
Good. It's really better because it's real crunchy. No, did you get home before dark?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Maybe a little.
10 o'clock. And then we'll be lucky to make it before dark going home. Oh, in the afternoon. Yeah. That's 6 hours.
We're already planning on a trip home?
No, but I'm just wondering about the light. God, it's hard for us to drive that. It's increasingly hard.
Really?
Maybe you should leave here about 9.
Seconds.
I don't want to. 10's bad enough. I'll just go to sleep and let me run up the roads. I'll get there.
Why don't you stop at our house?
And I'd never get home till after. You mean to stay all night?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sort
Yeah.
of funny, but
And then you could drive home Sunday morning.
Or you can play my Nintendo if you want.
oh, thanks. First you have to write me instructions. Everywhere.
Put the game in and push power.
You only have to push a button and sit back. I could do it, but. Is this video going? It is?
What?
Who's it?
It's so quiet.
Yes, watch your table manners.
I said, stop eating like a hog.
I just automatically took my elbow off the table. Funny you do that.
Right, when you know you're being watched.
Mm-hmm.
It never bothers me.
Maybe you should turn it off. I guess you could edit it later.
Those tends to have some sort of a heater in them, so that you could run low
Well,
at
you can
night.
put a heater in them.
You couldn't run them on low at night to keep the place warm.
She had something in there to heat it up.
Oh, I'm sure with that little baby that they have a
They'd
heater.
have to. They couldn't have that cold.
But you could just go with a catalytic heater or anything. For that matter, you could have a little electric heater.
They don't seem to worry much about it. I was going to say, the way they're raising that baby.
Oh, they had him so bundled up yesterday. Did you see him?
I know. I just thought they were slinging them around. But also, in the morning, they had hardly anything on. That first day they arrived.
That's good.
He's surviving.
You want some gravy?
Yeah, I got
Not
gravy.
so much.
Oh, yeah, some.
Something with it.
Oh, that's a nice basket. Jeez.
Sweet darling baby. So healthy.
He's gonna be tough.
He is tough right now.
How about some more vino, please?
You're being recorded.
I know.
Well, this is only my first glass.
You said more.
Thank you. Brian's
Third
driving
glass.
anyway. He's gonna stay sober.
That's right.
That's me, the driver
That's right.
of the car.
Designated driver.
Okay, gotta save room for apple pie.
Oh,
We were slaving
What?
away till all hours last
Probably
night.
apple pie. and
you
pumpkin
always
pie.
say
I
that
don't
too late.
know.
Like
Dang,
everybody's cleaning their plate.
dang, I don't
Polish their plate.
they were
Just
growing
store it
away.
away for later.
Brian's favorite meal is turkey.
Yeah, for his birthday.
We'll have
I
to have
make
a
him
special toast for
turkey.
the electrician last month.
That's right.
We would never made it.
Give me a power, huh?
Makes things interesting.
Sure, it's camping.
They carry around those walkie-talkies. Neither of them, they don't turn them on though. They just carry them.
Oh, really?
They don't know how to use them.
They think all of a
When they
sudden
yell at
magic
She's
moves.
trying to turn it on. Talking to the antenna.
She's a cute little girl.
But they talk when they're like 5 feet away.
Right, so you can hear her.
So, hello, can you hear me? And then they hear them from like their regular
Yeah.
voicemail.
yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. They work.
Kind of fun.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that was the thing with the cup on a string. I mean,
Like,
I don't think
hey, Jimmy.
It never worked.
right, you wouldn't get real far away from each other, but you might feel a little vibration.
Those didn't work?
They always worked, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
if the wind was the right way and your voice is
I hear
carried.
your voice, but
Your voice always did, too. Your voice always carried.
It was right next to the dirt clod pile. The hunk of grass, a foot-long grass with a big clod in the end, and you run up and smack each other with. I remember
I
that.
remember that.
don't
Or
do
you,
that.
or
Oh,
you
yeah,
lob
we
those up
did.
into the air and they'd come out.
This big-
You don't remember those?
Well, we used to live out in the
You have to live near a
boondocks for the
vacant lot.
yeah, you had those vacant lots.
I thought there were always vacant lots.
There were in those days, but now they're all
Condos.
mini markets.
Yeah, mini malls and
Hey, we have
Apartments.
those dirt lots
Where?
next to Jason's house.
Is there
Oh
grass?
yeah.
Oh, it was a big old dirt lot.
But is there grass growing out of it? Long kind of green grass?
It's just a dirt lot.
Well, they're building houses there now. Have you been there by
There's
there?
already houses.
Yeah.
Been houses for
Wow.
like a few years.
Jason Roberts.
Yeah.
I know who lives next to him.
yeah,
I know the kid.
Oh, the Oriental?
Yeah.
yeah, a little fort.
Well, you went to a birthday party next door to
You
Jason.
remember the
No, but right next to
the house
Jason's.
that Dan
It's
and
right
Lou
next
lived in
door to
in
Jason's.
Tyrone
Which
across from the
side?
park?
That new one?
Hey, you
Away
remember
from
the
the
big
school.
canal that was dug in
Yeah.
the backyard that
On
winded
which
around like the
side?
Mississippi River?
The west
Around that
side,
huge
the side with
backyard
the
and it was
sunsets.
filled with water.
If you're coming from
The sunsets.
Great.
They were coming from
They've
Milliken,
lived in that house at different
the
times.
first neighbor.
I remember when Nan was
From
living there. I
Milton.
don't remember when Lou was living there.
Milliken.
Yeah, so it's on the west side.
Oh well, I'm not talking
That's
about
typical
over there.
family
Other-
too, living in the same house.
Where all the
How that
Well, you know that big lot. There was a
Whereas
great
the houses
big
were
house
cheap to
there
buy in those
with a
days.
tennis
God,
court. They had just redone, and then they plow it under.
they only rented.
Couldn't believe that.
Well, when we lived on Hatteras and Truce, didn't you buy that house? Or
Yeah. That one on Truth and that one on Limp, too.
the one in Limp was bought also?
We bought both of them.
Cattaraugus.
What was the one on you're talking about when Nan lived, when Dick left her?
There's the garlic
When
bread.
Dick left her?
Dick left her. And you know where he
Dick left her?
Dick left now?
went? Yeah.
When was that?
Lived on Tyrone there. He
I'm
says,
glad we're
I
recording
am fed
this."
up, I haven't. God, I'm recording. No, he
When was
did.
it?
It gets, but the funny part of it is you'll just die when you find out where he went. To Mom's.
Oh, to Nan's
To-
mother.
Oh
He did. He
no!
went to
That is
Grandma's.
sick.
Why anyone would go to
I-
your mom? God.
I think so too. I thought, my God, why did he go there? But you know, Nan was just really, really wild in those days. She had a terrible
Oh, yeah,
temper.
I went to
Really?
Remember what terrible temper she had?
Yeah.
And so she got so scared.
More than enough.
That really
Yeah, that's
shook
all
her up.
Yeah.
She made a right.
Oh, well, you got
Yeah, I remember when she used
She
to
made
get
an
pregnant.
about
Joe.
Of course, maybe it was because the kids were driving her nuts.
Well, it was everything. It was probably
Yeah.
menstrual syndromes and
PMS.
PMS and kids.
Well, I remember when grandmother lived across the street from us on that house on
Truth.
Troost.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like Rob and Kathy live right next to his parents. That goes over real big.
Top sergeant.
Yeah, Sergeant Major.
Sergeant Major.
Oh, is that what they call him?
Yep. That's one of the better things.
I shouldn't have looked at that.
They might see your film.
It was hilarious. She
Well,
brought up
what-
that.
Rob
How
and
long
Kathy
had he
live-
left?
Where they laugh.
He
Yeah.
only stayed away 2 or 3 weeks.
Mm.
She knew where he
Long
was.
enough to scare her.
And long enough to scare her.
Is that Larry, the kid?
Yeah, that's the.
Pilot?
Unless that's the older brother, right?
Hey,
Yeah, that's,
right
that's
now.
the pilot.
Let's right now make a reservation for next Thanksgiving.
Good idea.
You can only make them 6 months in advance.
Is that right?
I think we should get upper band tail next year.
Well, but we were thinking the reason that they wanted.
When?
No, because we're
Because the kids.
away from the main street
Yeah,
for the
it's
kids.
good for kids here.
Yeah, that's true. They can't
They
get
have all
out that
Why
main
is
street.
Upper Mandeville better than
Well, I just think you get more sun, and I
well,
like the
just a
spots
little bit
better.
longer. Isn't it?
Actually, if you get up near the corner, the spots are a lot nicer up there and closer to the bathroom. Yeah, we did.
I guess.
I know. I was there across the road and up near
No,
the
by
corner
that
one.
by that time, that bathroom over there will be finished.
Of course,
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't have a
of
shower
course, it's
though
so
for you.
warm. It's so warm this year. We could have stayed down in Quail.
You mean he had a choice?
But you didn't know.
No, I mean 6 months ago we probably
Oh,
could have
yeah.
had a choice. But.
Is Quail a good spot?
It's
Well, it
awfully
is,
shady
except
in
it's a
the
lot of
weather.
shade.
Oh,
And if
no.
it's real cold,
Right in the gully.
you're,
We've been in the shade and it makes a difference.
Yeah, I think
Oh, hurricane
Uh-oh.
you
here.
shouldn't have too much shade.
What's that, Rusty? What is that? Oh, what's going on over there? Pretty scary stuff. Newbie.
My Lord, Brian, what happened to that plate of food? I thought you said the dog.
Inhaled it.
Anyways, what?
Why not, Gene? Right? We should feed it to Corinne and see how she handles it.
I told you not to use flour. I said, let's skip it. Oh, she said.
Just kidding.
No! No!
Brian, why don't you take her for a walk when you come back? Just a walk to get rid of some of her
Walk. Get rid of some of your energy left.
Wait,
Sorry.
Hey, bye.
unhook myself.
Everybody,
Bye.
Work your way up.
Everybody say goodbye. That'll be the end of it.
Goodbye. See you at dessert.
See you next year.
no, at dessert.
See you at the next course.
Have fun.
There they go, retreating back to their
Why don't you
trailer.
take